And good evening. Yes, it's not a Friday, it's not a Saturday, it is Wednesday. You haven't got the day wrong. And yes, that's a little tiny plane with some canoes strapped to the bottom of it. We're here back doing some more, well, flight sim, obviously, because it's an aeroplane. It's not train sim. And I'm joined by those two over there, which I'll introduce. We'll start with left to right. I won't say age before beauty, one of the two. Anyway, the guy straight in front of me is Sam. Good evening, Sam.
Hello.
And behind Sam, trying to hide behind that hangar, is Captain Kaos. Good evening, Kaos.
Good evening.
And we are flying from this evening, where we are here, down on the Florida Keys, where we ended up last week, where I didn't stream it or record it, down the Florida Keys, and we've got floats because the first stop we're going to make is 29 miles in this direction onto water at Plantation Key. Sam, however, has bottled it and won't be landing there. He's going to be circling around while me and Kaos attempt to land. Attempts being... Well, no, we landed okay last week, didn't we, Kaos?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about putting the plane in the water just doesn't seem right to me.
Just think you're that guy that landed the plane on the Hudson.
Yeah, we had to.
Ah, okay. So and then we're going to take off from there and fly 77 miles up to Miami Executive. And I've already looked, and there's a lot of airports around there, so this could be interesting, making sure we land at the right one. Which is where Steve-O flies from, or one of the places he flies from. And hang on, did I say Fort Lauderdale Executive? Have I clicked on the right airport? I think I clicked on the wrong airport. Palm Beach. Where's Miami Executive? No, that was... No, Chris Brown gave us that airport code, didn't he? KFXE.
Extra X-ray Echo, yeah.
Fort Lauderdale Executive. I thought it was Miami Exec. Okay, Fort Lauderdale Executive then. Is where we're going to fly to. So about 106 miles is total flight length, hour and 4 minutes. So by the time we take off, land, have to start again because me and Kaos are both sunk. Take off again and then try and land at the right airport here. About an hour and a half, hopefully, of stream video. Felix Harrow, good evening. And then after that, next week we're going to start our journey out to the Bahamas, which for me will be in the Cessna Caravan. And we're going to fly around the Bahamas. Really looking forward to that bit of island hopping. So I'm in a 172. Kaos is in a 172 with floaty bits on the bottom. Sam's in one with wheels on the bottom. And so here we all are on FSCloud. And we're going to take off from here and go that away, basically. I've already set up in the 172 the destination. So that's already plumbed in. 29 miles. The direction of 65 degrees and 42 FL is where we're going to. So I'm ready when you are, guys. Someone can lead the way.
Go on, Sam.
All right.
I'll release my brakes and move forward slightly. So yeah, the joy of being able to fly in multiplayer just adds an extra dimension to this. It's quite amusing, as we saw last week with Kaos's plane on fire or in the water.
I put out the fire.
And fire and water are a good combination.
It's a good combination, but unfortunately the fire was when he was on land, and then he landed on the land and ended up in the water on another one.
It was at 6 knot wind.
That's what they all say.
Yep.
I'll say, unfortunately, because of the script I've got running to limit the wave height, I've got no weather. So it's a lovely calm day for me with blue sky.
It's showing 8 knots northerly.
It is for me, actually, on little Navmap.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be affected by it in the game. And I've got my nav mode on nav and not GPS, so I need to change that in a second. So make sure yours is the same, Kaos. Make sure you've got your...
GPS. I thought it was on nav.
I'll make sure your 530 is set for GPS mode and not... I'm getting myself confused, aren't I? Hang on. Yeah, not make sure you haven't got VLOC on. Make sure you've got GPS on.
Oh, right, okay.
So press a little CDI button.
GPS, okay.
Right. So Sam's already gone, I think. Yep, Sam's airborne. Chaos is going next. I've got to remember to retract my gear when we get airborne. You're trying to make Chaos crash again, says Larwood. I have to make him crash again. He can probably do that all by himself.
I did that on my own.
Although he has been doing some flying the last couple of nights, so... The terrific trio flying again. Well, it's not Chris this time, it's Sam.
We are the free
Oh, thanks.
amigos.
I'm not saying you're not terrific, but... it's not the same trio as it was last time. We've got the alternate threesome. We like the four Musker hounds. Dog Tanyan and the other three. Yeah, something like that. Right. And up we go.
Oh, Sam's up really high.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of this weather, but it doesn't seem to be able to.
Lovely, cool, brilliant, sunshiny day out here.
Really not.
Yeah, it's nice weather for me. Right, so I'm going to get the gear up, because we don't need the landing gear down when we land on water. And yeah, the Florida Keys looking rather nice scenery wise. So flying at a whopping 500 feet and what looks to be in completely the wrong direction for me.
Well, I'm following. I'm dead on the pink line.
You're straight out departure off.
Yeah, I didn't have the autopilot set correctly.
Oh, right.
What a noob.
Yeah, pretty much.
Chris will be face palming now if he's listening or watching.
Yeah, Chris will be sat there in his thunderstorm going, oh, for God's sake.
All that work down the drain.
Yeah.
I'm now slightly over speed as well. Right, now I can put it onto nav.
Yeah, we'd be pleased to know I don't have to go and put a chicken on today.
Can I fly over Disney World? I want to see Mickey Mouse. We're not going that far up into Florida, unfortunately. I don't know if Disney World's actually modelled in this. I should imagine it probably would be. Something that big a landmark.
I'd imagine you could probably download it if they've not done like a full rendition of it.
Right, so there we go. So we're now turning. The autopilot's doing that, not me. So we're turning to get onto this line, which is our destination. So 25.6 miles to go. So the plane's following nav. So it's going to now fly on that pink line. And in 25 miles, 12 minutes, we will be at the point where we'll crash into the water.
Yeah. What button's the anchor? Was it the brake?
Yeah, you don't want to put your anchor down yet. That's probably not a good idea.
I wasn't going to put it down yet. Just get prepared. It's like this. Oh, I'm trying to get into the beer fridge in the back of the plane, isn't it?
Mid-flight drink. It's only a 25-mile flight. But yeah.
Like one of those people that as soon as they switch the seatbelt signs up, they go to the toilet, even though they could have gone at the airport before they boarded.
Yeah, it's the principle of the thing.
That's because they're busy crapping themselves, mate.
Yeah. What was it Steve-O Knievo says, isn't it? Was it an hour before landing you can have a coffee? On his YouTube videos. Just in case you need the bathroom. Chaos just puts the autopilot on and goes.
Yeah.
So here we are, all heading in the same direction, which is good. Sam's following the road. which is great. And me and Chaos, one behind the other, which means he's got to land first.
I'm watching you land. I'm not.
Oh, of course, yes, you're not landing. It would end disastrously if you landed. Although you may be able to do better than we do. Even with no floats on.
Well, I don't necessarily need floats to land on more.
Well, no, you can do it quite well without the floats.
We're restricted by the wheels.
Yeah. Well, last time I took off, I set the wheels down. That's not good. And I can't remember what the button is to put the. Oh, no, I got a little thing for the rudder, ain't I? There's a little thing I got to pull out. Yeah, that down there.
Yeah.
I got to pull my little knob out to lower the rudder. Yeah, exactly. And then put the landing gear, keep the landing gear up until we take off, because then when we land at Fort Lauderdale exec, we'll need to land with the wheels down. So a short leg first of all, not forgetting that the first place we go to, there'll be no markings, although there was, wasn't there, last week, Chaos?
Yeah, there was markings in the sea. Yeah.
As to where the runway should be.
Anyway, but they were there.
Boys, as they are pronounced, not buoys, as the Americans call them.
Yeah, boys.
Well, they put kids in there.
They do.
It's dangerous, isn't it? Especially if I'm coming in, man.
Probably.
Too good limit.
They might catch on fire.
Yeah, slightly barbecued. So yeah, that's where we are. Little Navmap's tracking, and where we got to go. Excuse me, no pulling knobs, please. Family stream. Well, I've got to pull a knob, otherwise I won't be able to steer in the water. So I reckon we can get away with just landing straight into there. Twiddle around.
Oh yeah, where's the little knob for the rudder?
Down by your right knee.
Oh, that's right. The bit I can't actually get to because my track IR don't go down that far.
Mine does.
Yeah, but my track IR is probably higher up than yours.
Yeah, because you've got a bigger screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get way down.
Oh, if I bend my head to the right a little bit, yeah, I can just about see it.
What about the little knob?
No, I can't see that yet.
So yeah, Sam's over there somewhere following the road, which is what I'm thinking Chris would have probably been doing if he was here. Unfortunately, Chris, living in Pretoria, just outside Pretoria, gets some bad storms, which means he's had to shut his PC down. So he'll be gutted that he can't join us this evening, but I'm sure he'll be back on Sunday afternoon when we carry on our leg from Europe. Yeah, scenery does look good. I'm always annoyed that I haven't got weather because it just looks too nice here now.
Oh, trust me, you wouldn't want this weather. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I would have to sort out that script before Sunday.
Kind of clear. It's just the turbulence of wind is just ridiculous. Only a 12-knot crosswind, but because I'm not in a proper aeroplane, blowing it all over.
Yeah, I haven't got that issue. A, because I've got the autopilot on, and B, because I haven't got any weather. So Chaos has gone to get a beverage, so he's gone to raid the beer fridge that he's got in the back of his plane. We're still following our line. 14 miles to go, 7 minutes before we land at our first port of call. So it's going to be a straight line in front of us. And then ditch it in the sea. And then we'll pretty much try and taxi round, take off, or change the nav, take off, and then fly 77 miles up to Fort Lauderdale.
Is it called taxiing or is it sailing?
I don't know. Bobbing about. I've got about to overtake Chaos as well. Oh yeah, I'm definitely catching up with Chaos. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's just something, if it continues to go down well, then because we get together every Wednesday and Sunday to do these, then one of the two during the week I'll stream, and then stick that one out on a Saturday afternoon. Chaos has just stepped out of the plane for a smoke, he said. So he's supposed to be here, but he's in Discord chat, and I'm overtaking him.
And the realism's just too much at times.
It is. He just steps outside for a smoke, and yeah.
It's perched on a wing.
Red Till, yeah, he's doing a bit of wing walking. Red Till Dead has said you'd think Chaos would hire a stewardess to get his beverages. Well, yeah, there he is. It's slightly jittery. I'm now overtaking him. And Sam is back there. So I'm well out in front. I've pretty much maxed this thing out. 9 miles to go, which I now need to look at little Navmap. Oop, if I can drag it. To try and work out. So there's the island. Zoom out a bit more. There's one island here, then another, then fly between two islands, and then we land. So that's going to be interesting. So I think once we come past the second island, I think we might need to start descending. So there's the one. There's the one island. There's the other island. There's the two there. So once we come past this one, I'm going to start descending and slowing down. So we should get a place in sight. Sorry, yeah, Chaos just put. I did that once. She hit me. He did. We was on a stream once, and he sent her a text asking her to bring him a beer. She did bring him the beer, which is fair play. Right, so here's that first island.
God, it's chilly out there.
What, out on the wing?
Yeah, floating.
And here's the second island.
Are we there yet?
Nearly. I'm just planning my descent. And then as we come below, in between these two islands, we should then start descending.
Okay.
So yeah, the first big island you come past.
Yeah.
Then you come past another island, and then you'll see two little islands in front of you. You'll fly straight between the two of them. The landing point is just beyond them.
Okay.
In theory.
Right, so I need to.
I'm sure there's a little backyard I could land in around here somewhere. Ah, yes.
You can't land in someone's back garden.
Habanero Park, 72X. Grass runway.
So why are you not landing on the water with us, Sam?
Because it kind of goes against everything I believe in.
Okay.
He's scared.
Not against my religion or anything. Well, yeah, it didn't really go very well last time. And
Well, that's because you put the anchor on.
Then again, an anchor's for a boat, not an aeroplane. I'll argue with Chris that I'm blue in the face about that.
It's not something that I want to do a lot, because I quite like runway landings and stuff, but while we're here, it's something different.
It would be nice to have a go if they did fix everything so that you didn't have to just edit all the weather out and stuff, so you could just do it anyway with the weather. But
even if they fixed it so that around those airports, although in real life you wouldn't be able to just turn off the waves, would you? I landed, the first time I did it, I landed with the waves on, and I landed. So I'm actually thinking about just removing the script altogether, and just, if it's rough water, it's rough water. Not that I plan on doing it.
Where it's where you're not moving, I think that's the issue.
Yeah,
That's the issue I was getting. That's when it flips you upside down.
And I put the anchor down, we're just going round and round in circles.
That's what mine did, but then it sort of it was a little bit like a smaller version of the Titanic. It sort of tipped onto its front, and fell back, snapped it off, and caught fire.
That's a bit like Kaos's normal flights then. Right, so here now, if you look, here we are coming closer. So just in front now is the place we got to land. So I need to really slow it down, which I'll do.
Yeah, because you've gone way ahead of me now. I slowed one right down.
So up here somewhere is a landing point. There isn't really a runway map, so there was before. I'll descend now to about 250 feet. And I'll bring the power back quite a lot. So we really want to be landing so up here just off the coast, because if you look on, again, dragging a little Navmap back in, actually looking at this, I've gone over it.
I'm just going into it now. So we're going to take...
Yeah, I've gone past it.
From where I'm looking, it doesn't look like there's anything there, so you could have just landed on the water and got away with that.
Yeah, there isn't anything here, so I'm just going to land. I'll turn the autopilot off.
Pilot's off.
And I'm just going to descend, although you should be landing at a certain place. Chris is probably shouting at his phone right now.
If you land a little bit further to the north, there's Mariners Hospital Medical Emergency Unit, so if you do flip up and catch fire, at least there's a hospital in the vicinity.
There we go. That was probably one of the best landings I've ever done. A little bit bouncy because I was going a little bit quick, but there we go. We have landed on the water.
Still weird.
Ooh. Oh, there you go. Nose down. Oh,
And Kaos is coming in behind me.
Oh, it's a bit bouncy. Oh.
So you can't really put the brakes on. So that doesn't really work. There you go. So there's Kaos.
I've landed and I'm not on fire.
That's pretty cool. So now, what I'll do is, as I'm chugging along quite nicely,
I'm shutting the engine off.
I'm not leaving it. Leaving it going. I'll now program in the next destination, which is going to be KFXE.
Oh, hang on, rudder, I forgot my rudder.
Yeah, I didn't bother that. I'm doing most of this just to annoy Chris. If he's not watching live, he might watch this back. KFXE, Fort Lauderdale Executive is where we're going now. So, activate.
How bad would you feel if he tried to turn his computer on to shout at you and he got an electric shock?
Pretty bad, actually. Right, so I've set that into the nav.
KFXE, isn't it?
It's kind of cool to actually see this because I've flown over it quite a few times doing Miami to Bogota in Colombia. Or Bogota.
On a bit of a drug run, we're.
Oh no, just an A320. You can fit more drugs on an A320 to be fair. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Right, so I'm ready to take off again.
Hang on, I just got to do my little map. We're done then.
So you've got a heading of the next one of 24 degrees. So I'll go to me.
I thought I put my anchor down, but I'm still moving. Hang on. Oh, no. Track error. Stop it. Alright, there we go. Anchor down.
So yeah, handles quite nicely in the water. As nicely as a plane can do in the water.
Search.
So it does show on FSCloud that me and Kaos have landed. Not necessarily in the right place, but it was close.
I don't know if landing's the right thing. I think ditched is the right
Yeah, you ditch a plane in the sea, didn't you?
water landing. Chris is on his way, apparently.
Oh,
He just asked if we were at Plantation Key, so I think you've upset him that much he's just going to turn his computer on and take his chances.
Ah,
So you're going to be in trouble.
okay. It was Steve's fault.
well, I just overshot the landing, the ditching zone. Right, there's a Chaos heading towards me. Oh no, he's not. He's going round and round in circles.
I just go around in circles, it's fine. I deployed the anchor.
You'll get dizzy.
Departure. Right, so that's little Navmap set. How am I supposed to set up your bloody compass when going round and round in circles?
Yeah, that's probably going to be difficult.
Yeah.
The
I
planes
think
are meant to go on the sea.
what I'm going to do is say, right, let's take that anchor off. Right, so we got a 0.23. Oh, stay still, you stupid plane.
It's on water. It's not going to stay still. You can't really just put the brakes on, can you?
Well, you're heading straight towards me, Steve.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, that looks pretty close from where I'm flying over, actually.
No, that's right. You're just to the right of me.
Right, okay, that's in.
Right, Chris Brown's showing us being online. So hopefully he can jump in, start up and take off.
Yeah, I need to sort of point the other way before I take off because otherwise I'm going to hit the land.
Chaos is getting his fishing rod out now. Catch a fish for his barbecue. Don't give him ideas.
Barbecue. Oh, the rudder must be down. I'm turning the plane.
It'll be catch a crocodile around here.
Yeah, you don't want to stay on that water for too long, I wouldn't have thought.
Who needs rudders? I'm just using the rudder pedals to turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm using, rudder pedals.
Oh, I got a rating for my landing.
Oh, I got 14, I think. Was that mine or was that yours?
Oh, mine's gone now.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, there we go. Oh, damn it. Server user load. Damn it. Why did you do that? I actually got a great rating for my landing. It came up with a flipping thing. Right, so we're waiting on
If we stay on the
Chris.
heading, we could just float there.
Not up to Miami exec. It might take a while.
No.
Miami Fort Lauderdale exec, because you have to go all the way around the Keys unless there's a way through. So flying would probably be easier. Driving is an option.
Sailing it would be cool as well, I'd imagine.
See, it's a shame that Sailor, was it Sail Away? I really like the idea of that. I did a sailing across the channel in that. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But I don't think that ever progressed anywhere.
No, I bought Ship Simulator quite a long time ago on Steam, and I never seemed to get into that.
No, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
It had a lot of sort of negative reviews, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I tend not to listen too much to them because some people just seem to do it because they think it's. I don't know. It's like, you know, if you go on the Argos website and read the reviews, it's quite painful.
Yeah, because people are thick, mainly.
People basically, yeah, without trying to sound too horrible, yeah, people are stupid.
What was it? Well, that monitor you bought recently. People think it's going to improve their.
Oh yeah, some guy giving it 1 out of 5 stars because it didn't improve the graphical quality of his PC or make it any quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives my arse a headache reading stuff like that. It's insane. It's just. I don't know. It's hard to process.
Just had a question.
People like that shouldn't be allowed to have PCs.
No.
They should have consoles.
Just had a question. X-Plane 11 has an in-game multiplayer. No, this is FSCloud. This basically is something you can plug into X-Plane 11. So it shows each other both in visual there and on the map there. And not just us, there's people around the world on FSCloud. So X-Plane 11 isn't multiplayer, but FSCloud, which is cross-platform as well. So if you've got FSX, or if you've got that other stupid C3PO PD, whatever it's called.
The expensive one that you're not allowed to have any fun whilst playing.
Yeah, if you've got that, then it works as well. And although FSCloud is not responding for me now, we've got the spinning circle of doom.
It's a little bit quirky.
So yeah, it's not X-Plane 11, it's FSCloud. I'm going to run out of fuel if Chris doesn't turn up soon.
I was just thinking, have we got enough fuel? Oh, I'm down below 10. I'm doing.
Slightly fed up with just going round and round in circles. I think I'm going to have to reload my FSCloud anyway. So let me just get rid of that, because that's not responding. So you're going to disappear off my screen for a second. There we go. So that's reloading. It does say Chris is now playing X-Plane 11. Zoom in a bit on FSCloud. So it doesn't show just us, it shows all the people in the world that are playing FSCloud, which is currently 112 people. Oh, Chris Brown is there behind us. I think he's where we should have landed. So in a few minutes there's Captain Kaos, so he's just loaded in name wise, and then Chris is down here somewhere where we should have landed, but we sort of moved a bit. We floated since then.
Yeah, we did land in the right place ish.
Well, it's sort of. We landed on the water. Yeah, exactly.
You landed on the water, so you were right, I suppose.
So once I'm aiming in the right direction again, we should contemplate taking off and then maybe flying slowly and letting.
Oh, Chris is in that. Chris is in a jet plane.
He's not he's not in a 747 on the water, is he?
On the water, he is.
Good. For me, he's in a.
Actually, he's in something pretty big for me.
Yeah.
It's 767.
Oh, there's not smoke.
Brilliant.
Well, is he on fire?
I don't think it's going to be impressed about being on the water.
I didn't know these things came with floats.
That'd be a hell of a float, wouldn't it?
Hang on.
That'd be imagine that. Oh yeah, we just land on the water. Are you familiar with FSX P3D program called Air Hauler 2? I wonder if X-Plane 11 has anything like this yet. I prefer X-Plane 11. Well, that's pretty much what FSE does, isn't it? That Air Hauler.
Yeah, pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah,
Just free.
FSE, which is free, which we've got a. Which I haven't flown in for a while actually. We've got a sort of virtual FSE thing going on, company, whatever you call it. But yeah, FSE, Flight Sim Economy, is free and works with X-Plane. Yeah, Flight Sim Economy. Which, if Larwood, being clever, is watching, he could probably link the FS Economy website in chat, being the awesome guy he is. Yeah, Chris Brown's in something with jets on the side of it.
Yeah, I've just changed him. That actually did look like the Miracle of the Hudson all those years ago then.
Good evening, everybody.
Ah, good evening, Mr. Brown.
Hi, Chris.
Chris.
Yeah, you're in something with jets on the water. That's not really supposed to happen.
I've just changed him to around 7.2.
Although, is there a jet plane that's got floats on?
Well, actually is.
Right, let's change Chris Brown. What? I'll just stick him in a 172 just for the sake of annoying him, probably. Probably. Cessna 172. There we go. So everyone's going to disappear a second now. Right.
Yeah.
J. Ployd, or Pyloid, whatever you're pronouncing it. Thank you very much for the follow. much appreciated. I'm guessing Larwood isn't watching, otherwise he would have linked FS Economy. If you need help with it, join the Discord server, and we are fairly well knowing. JP Lloyd. Okay. Oh yeah, well, you see, it's just all letters. It's like you're Welsh. There's a Lloyd in there. Exactly. There's too many L's. Right. Chris hasn't appeared for me yet, so as soon as he does appear, we will swing around and get this thing airborne again. There we go. Oh, his name's appeared. Well, it did appear and disappear. There he is. Right, he's right in front of me. So aren't we ready to go, Chris?
Yep, I'm ready to go.
Liam, thank you very much. Right then. Without crashing into Chris, which I'm just about to do. I don't know any FS Economy. I just thought you might be able to link the website, that's all I would, if you could. I think it's fseconomy.net or something.
Found it now, actually.
That sounds about right.
Which actually I might be able to do, bear with me.
Sorted. Oh, deleted link. Thanks, Nightbot. Go screw yourself. That's what you get for trying to help out, innit? Tux was right about that bloody thing.
It has a mind of its own.
There you go.
I'll say it, let you do it. But then it is your robot.
Yeah, it's my robot, yeah.
Next time I'm going to swear to annoy it and it'll probably let me.
Right, anyway, okay, so let's get airborne then. As we've been plodding around here. How do you tell what the wind is in this scenario?
Okay, where am I going the wrong way?
It's here in... there probably is a way on the 530, I can tell. But for me, in little Navmap, there we go. That tells me the wind.
Hang on, that's not right.
Right, so I want to turn to roughly that direction. And let's give it some beans. Let's see if we can get airborne in external view. How hard can this be? There we go. Up and away. So now we should take off, and again we'll follow this line. So 76.3 miles on our way to Fort Lauderdale exec. Once we climbed and got to our cruising height, which I've set at 500 feet, that time should come down because that's our time left to fly. There we go. So that's coming down drastically now as the speed's picking up. So the speed comes up. We want to maintain about 120, so as soon as it gets to that, I'll back it off slightly.
I now see why it put you in a 767, Chris.
There we go. So 37 minutes. Now we have the fantastic Flying Four, or if you prefer, the terrific Trio and Chaos.
Bit hard. It's funny, but it's hard.
Bit hard. Red till dead. Trust me. You need to join our Discord if you're going to rip into Chaos like that.
Hang on a minute, you're all laughing. You're no better.
A 172 on floats. Does it cruise at 75 knots? No, I'm cruising at about... Well, I can push it a bit more, but I'm cruising at about ground speed of 117 knots. So it actually flies no different, really, that I can tell. A little bit more drag, I suppose, than the standard non-floaty version. So it's Chaos over there. We've got Sam up there, and somewhere over there he is Chris Brown. So yes, that's the Fantastic Four,
Copyright.
or Laurel and Hardy and two of their friends.
Warren Hardy and Steptoe son.
You dirty old man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll sit there for another 41 minutes.
You're not going to leave again, are you? You're not going to do a bit of wing walking again. Is any pilot who spends more time out of the plane than in it? Could help if you do a long haul flight.
Oh, I go to sleep though. I can't really say.
Well, yeah, you take off and go to bed.
Yeah, I do have to get up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a
That's what
silly.
they invented AP for, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
You
So-
can set that and then bugger off and go and do something.
but not in the real plane. You can't, can you? So here we are on the.
Your part, I suppose, isn't it?
Well, no, here we are. It's not advisable to leave the plane. Just get out. I'm back in a minute. So yeah, following the line basically all the way up to Fort Lauderdale exec, and then next time we're going to fly out to South Bimini, then maybe down to North Cat Cay, and then back up and start flying around the Bahamas. And it won't be in a 172. Evening, Rich. Don't know what it will be in. I do fancy something. I want to say slower, really. To do with island hopping, because I think even the 172, with the fact that these things are so close together, some of these airports, I think the 172 is going to be too quick. So I'm thinking something a bit slower. What do you recommend, Chris?
I tried that Robin last night.
Yeah, the Robin's always good.
Yeah, how's the flying going? Oh, brilliant, Rich. Yeah, Robin's quite nice as well, and it's got a G1000 in it.
The other option would be either the J3 Cub or the Stinson.
Yeah, Stinson comes as standard with X-Plane, doesn't it?
Indeed. Not an easy plane to fly, but it's quite fun.
Oh, well, the Cub was okay. That was quite well balanced. I quite like that.
Yeah, and there's a patch which makes it even nicer.
Oh. Hot air balloon, says Limp Rimble. Well, it might take a while, and you'll get off the ground. The wind will be going in the wrong direction, and we'll end up in Cuba.
Do good cigars.
They do good cigars.
There's worse places to end up.
Well, yeah, we will be going to Cuba, but the idea wasn't to go there straight away. So here we are on the Navmap. Look, 4 of us. First time we had 4 of us flying together for a long time. And yeah, autopilot for the win, definitely, Rich.
The Piper Tomahawk would be a nice little plane. That's very slow. Purchase it.
Okay.
Even on the shout, that's the only problem.
I was just thinking, well,
I
the
have to
only...
say that is true. The Tomahawk is lovely.
I might use that. I think I do because I've flown that in real life. It acts exactly like it does in real life on the sim, which is really cool.
Is that expensive?
£14.60 something.
Is that it? Well, that's worth it then.
What's a Tomahawk?
That blazingly. That's where it starts. In 25 years, like me, you'll be purchasing a £100 767.
Well, I've bought a few planes,
Actually,
haven't
that's not that bad. It's
Okay.
not a bad price, $92.
I? Chaos hasn't bought a plane yet.
I don't buy. I got they're all free. I like the free ones.
Well, the free ones are good, but if you want a bit of extra realism, then it is worth paying, was it £14 for the little Piper Tomahawk?
Hang on a minute. Is that the one with the little wheel on the back?
No.
Oh, thank God for that. I can't take off with those things. I end up on my side.
Yeah, they're not easy.
No,
Is it,
it happened almost with that Spitfire last night.
what nav has the Piper got?
I don't think it does, actually, to be honest.
What?
Oh, pretty much Steam games. £14.19 actually.
Has it got an auto?
Probably not, but you may not need it.
It's a basic plane. It's a trainer plane in real life, so it's not really got a lot on it.
But if you look at where we're going, Chaos, around the Bahamas, we're pretty much able to take off and see the next runway. So I should imagine the longest distance is going to be, what, 30 miles, 40 miles?
Yeah, I think there'll be some longer legs in between, but you can always switch over to the 172 for those.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not a bad shout. I say, there's the Robin, which is free and does have the G1000.
I quite like that little Robin. It was well detailed for a freebie plane.
Yeah.
Even like the canopy you can shut and open and everything was pretty cool.
So yeah, we could just use the Robin. These are all in a sort of similar speed of plane then. So there's Sam, he's doing laps around us. Chris is behind as well. I don't know where Kaos is buggered off. Always over there. Okay, what are you trying to post now, Sam?
Just trying to post a link to the plane, but there's Tux says Nightbot going, yeah.
I don't know how I can
Post it in Discord. Twitch can just arse. It's going to be like that.
I don't know, can mods change or is it only me that can change people's status in Twitch? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know if I can do it. I'm not Twitch on, so.
That's what she said.
Yeah. As a tick.
So yeah, it's definitely really well detailed around here. I do like it. I'm flying a little bit inland, not following the keys round anymore.
It's cool coming into the Everglades, doesn't it, actually?
But that Tomahawk.
Yeah, thanks, Rich.
I see one of those Tomahawks before.
Yeah, most flying schools use those.
Yeah.
They're very, very easy to fly. But they are very, very basic.
This is the plane discussing. Yeah, £14.19p.
It's really not that expensive for what it is. It's a cool little.
For the PA-38 Tomahawk.
Or to put it another way, it's essentially the equivalent plane to the Cessna 152,
Yeah.
which, while that's absolutely brilliant, is $44.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I can afford £14.19, but after I get paid on Friday, obviously.
It's a plane I always have. Whatever sim I have, I'll always buy it because I've flown it in real life. So it's nice to have something
That you've actually flown.
Yeah, I'm sure Chris is the same with stuff that he likes to pick to fly as well.
We've got the USS Enterprise aircraft carrier.
Probably the only planes I've ever flown are both 172. I'm not really that big a fan of
approach to
172.
Ventspils International Airport. Proceed direct
Like
next
this cutlass,
waypoint
but
according
then,
to
I
your
mean, it's just a
flight
basic
plan. Expect runway
1958
21.
Cessna 172 anyway, isn't it?
Uniform November
Yeah, I do
Kilo
like the
November
cutlass, I
Oscar
have to
Whiskey
say. It's a lot
November.
nicer than
We will
the
contact
SP.
you again.
Yeah.
Limrimble says he flew one a couple of times, not impressed, went back to the 150 for training. What, the Piper? So the 152, I would say, is expensive though. There's nothing else out there that's free that's good then.
Well, it's just really the Robin.
Okay. I like that little
So it's a
Robin.
really good little.
Minimum altitude 3,000 feet over Miami.
No, Miami isn't up a mountain.
It says on the thingy, it's got a big purpley round bit around it. It says 3,000 minimum altitude.
Yeah, but there's all the air traffic controllers have gone to bed, so we're
Oh, okay.
I think that
That's
might
probably
be
because it's
Pablo
controlled
Escobar's
airspace.
fault.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always him,
It's up
isn't
to
it?
the roof.
Yeah, we'll be fine. So here we are now. This is where we are. So we're going to start coming into a bit sort of a built-up area. Certainly a lot of airports coming up where we are. This shows our 56 miles to destination, 51 miles to top of descent before we need to start coming down. If I click on the airport, there it is. And there's two runways, 09 and 27, 5,989 feet long, which is 5,000 feet longer than the one we landed at last weekend.
Well, even the shy should come off the end of that.
Well, hopefully. And the weather, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. 77 degrees Fahrenheit even.
Nice.
That's not bad.
I know. It's about 73 degrees hotter than it is where I am right now.
Yeah, I don't know what temperature here is at the moment.
I've been above zero all day.
-1 where I am.
It was 1.7, I think, when I was coming in from work earlier.
Pretty cool.
Well, this morning when I got out to the car, there's ice all over the roads, everywhere.
Yeah, I was quite glad of the old quick clear windscreen this morning.
Yeah, so trouble is the side windows didn't decide to do the ice.
No, yeah, I had to go and scrape mine. So there we go on the 5:30. 27 minutes to arrive. What have you done to Sam, Rich? Add Sam. What have you added him to? Is he in a cult now or something?
Oh. Is it what?
Yeah, exactly. User Sierra Mike has been added successfully. Added to what? If you start getting soliciting emails, blame Rich, Sam.
If Nightbot emails me,
Nightbot starts sending you messages directly.
I've got nothing to say to Nightbot.
Like, hi, Sam. Oh, you can post.
You can't post that, Sam.
You're allowed to post links now, Sam.
Oh, thank you, Rimwood.
Actually, don't type in porn.com. Bigjugs.com. Other sites are available. I actually saw Rich for the first time today. First time I've seen him since before Christmas.
Of course, he left you, didn't he?
Considering he's supposed to work for me, yeah.
It's not the smelly one, is he?
No, he's not the smelly one.
I just thought I probably shouldn't have said that.
No, you shouldn't have done,
yeah,
really. But yeah, that's
there you
fine.
go.
So still flying over the Everglades. It will become a bit busier soon. If you look on little Navmap, although we've all disappeared off little Navmap, there we go. We'll get that to follow me, thank you. So yeah, it should start getting a lot more built up now around us. So there was certainly a lot of airports and a lot of airships, mainly for the drug running, I think, that they need them down here, allegedly. Morning, Blinky. It is morning, 6:30, somewhere between 6:30 and 8:30, I reckon.
Have a nice day in work.
Yeah, but he's closer to Friday. It's Thursday for him.
Oh, damn it.
I know.
Did you have a nice Christmas, Blinky?
Need the best sat nav to find you. Exactly. He actually saw a picture of Blinky yesterday.
Did you?
Yes, he Snapchatted a picture of himself.
Yeah.
8:30 and got the next 2 days off. You don't Rob, you hate some people sometimes, don't you?
I got 3 days off this weekend.
What?
Well, it's my birthday on the Monday, so I got the Monday off.
Yes, 2 weeks today, at about now, I shall be on holiday.
Nice.
So I won't be flying on that Wednesday. So I'll have to do it on the Tuesday, maybe,
do that.
in that week. Because I shall be down in deepest, darkest New Forest.
Hampshire.
In a freezing cold caravan. Probably.
You're going to lodge, aren't you?
No, caravan.
Well, no, it's
Yeah, that might be cold.
Pretty good last time we was
It
in there.
was, yeah, similar one on the same site as well. So yeah, 5 days in the New Forest. I can't wait. There's a runway there. We'll just land there. That is
Homestead.
yeah,
It was a road.
Homestead. So it's pretty cool. Our little actually, when I flew the little Piper Cub that had no navigation from Heathrow to somewhere up north, Peterborough or something, I used little Navmap just to try and keep me flying in roughly the right direction. So I had that on my other screen and just used that. They just followed the line. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, still got a little bit way to go and a lot of airports to fly over.
Well, these people down there and seeing forced nested fall across if they're going to be invaded.
Yeah. Is Kaos 25 again, says Rimwood. He's actually double
yeah.
25.
What? That's a vicious rumour.
He is. He's nearly as old as Blinky.
Oh, God, come on. Next if he's still nearly as old as Chris.
No one's as old as Chris. Actually, you're saying that we don't know how old Chris is. but no one's as old as Chris. He's the oldest in the group, I think. He's keeping quiet
How
now.
old? Ed's older than me, isn't he?
No.
Isn't he?
No, actually, I think he might be. I think he's early 50s.
I'm sure he was.
I'm the young pup of the group. Just don't mention Sam. He's still, his number begins with a 3 still. That's just not fair.
Oh.
Rich is in his
Well,
30s.
that explains a lot, doesn't it?
It does explain a lot.
I was waiting for that.
I think Tux is older than me. So Tux he's got to be approaching 50 now.
Well, he's a grumpy old man anyway, so
He is a grumpy old man. I won't repeat what he told me to do today when I texted him, but it wasn't pleasant.
No.
Go forth and multiply.
Pretty much.
There's not many pleasant things come out of him, to be fair.
No. He moaned at me because I woke him up and I texted him at like 3:30 this afternoon.
Woke him up.
Yeah. Early 50s, just a wee child, says Limp Wimble. Exactly. 50 is a new 40, apparently.
I feel young again now.
We'll ask Kaos next Tuesday.
Well, no, I feel about 10 most of the time anyway.
Well, mental age, yeah.
Oh, no, hang on. Sorry, the missus says I'm 10.
You're like a stroppy 10-year-old.
I'm not stroppy.
Oh, okay.
I just go to bed when she tells me.
You just do as you're told. Yeah, I'm at the front here, related. There's Chris, there's Sam, there's Kaos.
Yeah, well, I slowed down a bit.
I can do that.
Because how long have we got left? 26 minutes according to this.
Was that all 21 according to me? We've
Well,
only been
that's
going an
already
hour.
done.
Well, I did say about an hour and a half, didn't I? So that's not too bad.
Right, I'm just going out the plane a second.
Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, I've got the level of detail on maximum on this, and it is awesome to see all the buildings and stuff. You've got cars going up and down the roads. You've got sort of random blocks of flats and things. Skyscrapers over there. The one thing I haven't done since I've been doing these flights and videos, you're watching this on YouTube, is do anything with True Earth in the UK. So we must really try and do a little UK hop at some point. And I must buy the middle, because hang on, which one's out? I've got south, haven't I?
You've got south and central out at the minute.
I haven't got central, so I'm going to have to get central.
I've been trying to get jobs in FSC to take me into Central. I just can't find it.
Yeah, I've got to do some FSE stuff. Kaos is going to change his P bag again. Exactly. Seriously, Red Till Dead, you've got to come on our Discord server because we need someone else to bully Kaos. So yeah, join the Discord server. But yeah,
I like the idea that Chris had the other day. You know, the Blackpool to Skegness flight across. That's a good idea. Because the Blackpool scenery looks really good, actually.
What, in standard True Earth?
And yeah, you've got the tower and the pleasure beaches on there. It's really cool.
We could do something like that on Sunday. Possibly.
I'm game.
Kaos will probably ban me. Nah, it's fine. We keep threatening to ban Kaos and Tux. Yeah, I can purchase True Earth Central.
I would say other scenery overlays are available, but they're really not, because there's nothing that I've ever seen in any flight simulator that's as good as that.
What plane are we going to use though?
Something slow.
Robin?
Sounds good.
I might use my Piper, I think.
Yeah, we can do that. I can purchase Central. That's not a problem. I can do that for this weekend.
Just posted a picture of my ortho scenery Homestead Raceway.
Hey, what? Where have you posted that? Hold on.
Oh, that does look good, yeah.
The pilot's lounge.
Let me share that with the
It's cool.
There you go. That's the pictures. What are you flying?
Grumman Goose.
Oh, nice.
That's why it came up as a 767, because it's a rather large floaty plane.
So that's the plane that Chris is flying. Oh yeah, you posted a picture of it there. Yeah, oh, there we go. Zip, there we go. So that's what Chris is flying. The Grumman Goose. Did I post that link to the guy that's got that huge seaplane video I watched on YouTube? I don't know if I posted a link to it. That was one hell of a bit of kit. When did I watch
That's
that?
the big white one where you took us on a tour inside.
Yes.
Yeah, you did. There's another one I'll find and post of a Mars mod.
Yes, he was that same guy has done one where he co-piloted that, and it showed the sort of taxi to take off and going through all the startup procedures and stuff. That thing looked awesome. Yeah, the short Sunderland was the one that he was in, and it was, I'm trying to find it now. Yeah, I'm sure it was a Miles Martin that he did. Rich, you shouldn't be doing that, Richard, but thank you very much appreciated. 100 bits from Rich.
I'm going to take a bit
Can
of
you
a
look
right
to your
turn
left
here
to see if
so
my
I can
plane's
fly the
okay,
plane.
says Chaos. For God's sake, you're supposed to be in it, Chaos. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm in it now.
Oh, okay. Is the
Bit late now.
Edgeley Optica available?
What?
Says Limp Rimble. What's an Edgeley Optica? I've never heard of it.
Is that an old person's something?
It says Edgeley Optica available. It's a fun little plane to fly. I haven't flown it in real life. It's great in flight gear. Have you heard of that one, Chris?
It's a funny little boomtail thing, I think. Kind of
think
looks
there is
like
one.
a drone.
Org, I don't know if there's a payware one.
I think I do good in flight gear.
There's
Oh,
a
for
very
God's sake.
old one that's on the org. It's 2006, so it probably wouldn't work with X-Plane 11.
You look like Biggles. You can just see you in a flying helmet and a big scarf, Chaos. Did he go off for a beer? No, I think he went off for a smoke again, Rich. This is the ideal game for Chaos because you can just take off, put your autopilot on, go and have a smoke, go and get a beer, go and have a pee, go and put a chicken in the oven, come back,
Yeah.
land, take off again.
Wait till you start flying jets, Chaos. You can go and watch a film and everything.
That's even better.
Whereas even the long leg I did when I went from Canada to Greenland in the Kodiak, it was like 3 and a bit hours. I sat here for all 3 and a bit hours. It's just,
I've just turned out to the right a little bit because I want to fly over Miami Beach.
yeah, there's Miami.
Key Biscayne, the little pointy out
No,
island bit,
ours-
and then
So we are flying in a direct line to where we want to go. Fort Lauderdale exec, which I should really following mode on. Be trying to plan my approach. The wind's coming that way, so it's going to make no difference. Or we could come in on 31, I suppose, so into the wind. Then I'd really want to be... So if I aim for there, so if I change my approach to Jidva, over there, then I can turn left and fly in on 31. In theory. So I'd fly to there, turn left and go in there. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to change my destination to Jidva. So if I go in and do that in plane, so pop out the nav, change my go to J, yeah, I D. What can I do? I do need a new mouse. Let's see. Jidva, there we go. So change that. change that. And our plane should then start to turn. As we do, it's now going to start turning to follow that line. So 25.6 miles, 14 minutes to go to Jidva. And then what we'll do is when we get there, bring in a little nav map again, we'll need to then change our heading to the runway heading, which was it 31 I just said? Yeah, so runway 31. So we can click on the runways down here. And runway 31, so heading a 315. So when we get to Jidva, which is here, I'll then change the heading mode, put the heading on 315 and fly in on runway heading. That's the plan.
I've got weather switched on. I was just going to say be careful because you'd have a 15 knot tailwind, but you haven't.
Well, a little nav map says there's a 7 knot headwind roughly when I come in.
16 knots at 127 degrees on mine.
Yeah, I got 7 at 0. So again, I need to remove that script.
Miami International.
Going to Miami. The Edgy EA-7 Optica is a British light aircraft designed for low-speed observation work and intended as a low-cost alternative to helicopters. That's from Wikipedia, apparently. Yeah.
Beer now.
You run out of beer? That's not good.
Well, no, I got one in the fridge downstairs.
Oh god, he's gonna be off again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really do like this low and slow stuff. For looking at the scenery and looking around, it's fantastic. We will be progressing up to jets, certainly for the leg that we're doing down through Europe or down through South Africa, and then down to the Ascension Islands. Can't really do the 900-mile leg to Ascension Islands in one of these. It wouldn't get there range-wise. B, it would take a long time if it could. Unless I could fill the floats with fuel, it still take a really long time. So we'll be progressing up to jets. I'm thinking the 737 is going to be the option to get down to Ascension Islands. So that's definitely going to be a thing. But for now, yeah, this, once we get up to Miami Exec, be the last little flight in the 172 for a little while. I'm going to change next time up to either the Piper, the Robin, or maybe even the Caravan to get us out to the Bahamas.
Caravan?
A Cessna Caravan. So
I bought a new adjustable bracket for my desk today, which I'm going to mount to the side, and I got a keyboard tray thing, which I'm going to mount on it, and I can have the keyboard on a swivel tray next to me.
oh, okay. That's cool. I've just lost. Someone's just sent me a flipping message. I just lost FSCloud. There we go. Oh, go away, Warthog. Ah. I was wondering why you and your mates never go into Elite. What's Elite? That's why. Wouldn't win at something I've never heard of. Oh, actually got someone else here in amongst us.
Me?
It's me,
Jake.
Chaos. Yeah, Jake 2S is somewhere. I don't know what altitude he's at.
Is in a 737-800.
So fairly high, I should imagine then.
He's a proper plane.
I can't see him. So yeah, that's the joy with the FSCloud. There's someone else flying, someone amongst us. So there's Chaos, there's me, there's Sam and Chris, and we've got a Jake amongst us as well. I don't know if he realises he's surrounded by propeller aircraft.
Sorry, Jake.
Yeah, I don't know where he must be quite high, I should imagine. So there's Miami back there. So we're flying towards Fort Lauderdale.
11 minutes 30 seconds.
9 minutes 47 for me to get to my waypoint that I've set, and then so I'll turn on to runway heading a 315 to hopefully then bring the runway directly in front of me if it works. So 17 miles to go in this lovely little 172. We'll miss this thing. It's a bit like the Kodiak. I really like the steam gauges version as well now. I like the one with the G1000 in, but I've really got used to this 530 and having proper gauges to look at. It's really, really nice. So it could be it could be in the caravan next time. It could be in something else as we fly out to Bahamas. That'll be next Wednesday, which I might stream again. And this Sunday, while Kaos was off having a smoke, we are going to do the run that Chris posted, Kaos, around, was it starting from Blackpool? Skegness and Blackpool.
2 classiest seaside resorts in the UK.
Why York?
I'll see what time I'm around. Hopefully I'll be back in time, but I'll be out in the morning, so...
Yeah, it won't be till the afternoon. Normalish time, sort of 1:30, something like that. 1:30. And then back next Wednesday, carrying on from here. And then the following Sunday, and then it'd be Tuesday the week after, and not Wednesday. Because I'm going on my holiday.
Well, they got so many airports in Miami.
I was just looking at that, thinking, why do you need so many runways? It's all drug running, apparently, allegedly. So if I look around here now, I'll be able to see at least one. I think there might be one back there. Probably won't be long before I come across another one. Yeah, level of detail in this scenery is really, really good.
Yeah, mine looks fantastic, and it's just default. I've not even downloaded the HD mesh or anything.
Yeah, I've got the HD mesh, but I can't remember where it covers. I think I've just got them all installed. I'm pretty sure this is the HD mesh, but I don't know.
Oh, I just got 100 gaming. It looks pretty good.
Yeah. And because I've not flown any of this without the HD mesh on, I don't know whether it's standard or not.
Yours seems to have a lot more... The colours are probably a little bit more crisp on your stream.
Okay. Well, that could be the reshade plugin.
Oh yeah, probably it is actually. But even without any of that in the basic game, it is pretty spectacular.
It is really good, isn't it? Right, so we're getting closer. So there we are in little Navmap. So I haven't changed little Navmap to show where I'm going, but that is where I'm going. Stop following me, up here somewhere. And these are the runways that we're going to fly near. So there is another one, quite a big one actually, coming up. Fort Lauderdale, whatever that's called.
Hollywood International, I think it is.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale.
So that's coming up.
The one.
International, because they fly to Cuba probably.
What about Colombia?
We could do that. Do a bit of drug running. We got to plan the South America route. So we're going to go around the Bahamas first, and then plan what we're doing going south. Chris's comment a few months ago saying he's always wanted to fly to the Falklands, and that's where this whole thing came about.
Colombia's very cool. All the mountainous regions there. It's a very, very cool place to fly.
Yeah, we need to pick a few sort of airports that we should really fly into and out of, and try and sort of zigzag our way if we need be, and then work out what sort of planes we're going to be taking.
Cartagena, the northern tip of Colombia, is nice. It's like a holiday style airport. And then you've got Medellin, which we probably should go there because that's where Pablo Escobar's from. Colombia, not going to visit Pablo.
Well, it'd be rude not to, really. And then say with the South Africa one we're doing, A few places that Chris mentioned that we should really fly into in South Africa or around. Certainly down to Cape Town, I think, is a must. And obviously into Pretoria, which is the whole reason for heading down that way. Is it large airport near you, Chris, or is it regional stuff? What's your closest airport? It's gone.
Maybe he's buggered off outside the plane.
Maybe he's gone for a smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did that? But yeah, the level of detail.
I've got a feeling it's Foxtrot Alpha Charlie Tango, but I'm not 100%.
Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of pilots. Here's Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International. We're just flying over it here, which again, we wouldn't be able to fly over this thing really at 500 feet. They'd probably frown upon that.
You think so?
Well, maybe. I don't think it would go down that well. So yeah, just flying over that, which again is pretty well detailed in the game.
I'll have to change my heading in a minute because I need to change heading to go into a different.
So all the roads in and out and round the map, multi-story car park there. But we're flying out here to then come back in over there somewhere. So we are getting closer. Like 5.4 miles away from Jidva. And then we've got to turn to 315 is our heading, and that should put us on the runway heading. And that's the point where, actually I might slow it down a little bit now.
I think Chris has disappeared because he's not on FSCloud anymore.
What's good time? Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back again.
Yeah, it still says he's playing the game and in voice, but he could be having some issues. Does FS Economy pay better if you carry drugs from Colombia? No comment.
Can you hide him in the floats?
There is all the ones I've done in FS Economy have been passenger runs, and I did spend a couple of days just being really hooked on flying the Kodiak. Basically, I rented someone's Kodiak and spent a whole day seeing how far away I could get it from where I rented it from, just because when they come to fly it, if they do, it'll be in, I think, and I rented it in, I think it's Ireland, and left it in Iceland. And so they would have come, how the hell did that plane get all the way to Iceland in a day, you know? But yeah, I do like FS Economy.
Was well off. FACT airport is actually so Chris's airport is Foxtrot Alpha Whiskey Bravo, which is Pretoria Wonderboom Airport.
Oh, okay.
Brilliant name for an airport, that is.
That's awesome. Better than mine being Kemble. Not quite the same.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, to be fair.
No,
exotic.
yours is just East Mids, isn't it?
Mine?
Midlands Airport.
Yeah, is that your closest? And is yours actually Bristol Chaos?
Bristol, yeah.
Or is there another airport that's closer?
Well, you've got Bristol, I suppose it's closest, and then Exeter is the one next to it, or next closest again.
But you haven't looked to see if there's any small airport near you? Small runway?
I don't know of any small airport near me.
Have you looked on...
At Radar 24?
Yeah, or even little Navmap?
No.
That's true, yeah.
Because that would tell you. Where are you? So you've got there's Bristol. Well, you've got EG21 Clutton Hill Farm.
That sounds about right.
Which
Get off my dad.
which is just north of Midsummer Norton.
I said Bristol Airport's closer to me than Midsummer Norton, because that's where I work. That way.
And then you've got Yeovilton south of you, I suppose. So yeah, it would be...
Actually, Yeovilton might be closer than Bristol.
Okay.
Not a lot in it, to be fair.
Right, so 0.7 of a mile then, and I've got to turn, arriving at the waypoint. So I'm now going to change my heading to 315. So I'll twiddle that into me nav and then change to heading mode. So we'll now turn And in theory, somewhere in front of me should then appear a runway. So according to little Navmap, so there we go. So I've now turned, and there, if I can zoom out a little tiny bit, there is the runway, and there am I. So I should be pretty much facing the runway now. Which, if I look out in front of me, turn track IR
Put your
on.
ear down.
I can't see a thing.
Is it runway 31 we're coming in on?
That's the one I'm aiming towards.
Okay.
But I can't see a thing. I might need to turn it a little bit. Hang on, there it is over there.
I say, what are you doing all the way over there? Because I'm about to turn left now into getting onto the run, or line up with the
No,
runway.
according to this, I should be directly in front of it. But it's actually over to my left.
From where you are, Steve, it's about
Yeah, according to little Navmap, I was directly in front of it.
And I was following you.
Yeah. But, okay, so Kaos is about to come in for a landing.
I've got the weather on, so I'm coming in on 09. Got a 25 knot wind.
And I can't actually see. Is that the airport? Or am I just being a complete numpty?
Yeah, that's all the buildings over there.
Red light on the ground.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I think I'm going to come in on runway 13 because the wind direction is 136 at 22 knots.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that means, but I'm going in.
It means I'm probably going to spill my beer out of my beer fridge in the back, so I installed one as well.
Good man.
What gear control? I need to put the gear down. Thank you much for that. I hadn't put the gear down.
I did hear Kaos say that, to be fair.
I did remind him.
What gear controls do you have with the floats? Yeah, there is a landing gear.
Oh, bouncy. Oh, bouncy.
I'm surprised that little Navmap was that far. Actually, I don't think it was little Navmap being out. I think it was me. I think I turned a bit too late.
Don't believe that for a second, Steve.
I'm not like Mary Poppins.
I'm down.
But that's something.
I'm not on fire.
Again, that's a big plus. Right, I'm coming in. You put these flipping trees at the end of the runway. You think they chop them down, wouldn't you?
I'm going to park up outside one of these hangars.
I think that's our job on the way in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the strimmer on the front. So they are quite close to the end of the runway.
Is there a separate control for the water rudders? Yes, there is. Well, I saw the rudder pedals, but... Right, down we come. And down. Well, that's fairly smooth, actually. Right, shall I exit the runway? Because that's probably a good thing to do.
I'm just going to park my plane over here.
Okay, I'll come down to where you are. Oh, some nice stuff here. What are they? They look nice. It's got propellers
It
on
looked
it.
quite busy when I flew over it. It seems like there's like a lot of jets and stuff.
Parking brake on.
Alright, so I'll come on down to where Kaos is, and then we'll watch the others land. And then we will call it a day for today. So yeah, I don't normally stream on a Wednesday. I used to do. God, many months ago, I used to do a midweek stream. I used to stream on a Sunday night as well, but stopped that.
And I'm down.
Cool.
It's me doing the proper approach. That's due to my weather.
Yeah, I must fix that.
I'm not sure where this wind's coming from. It doesn't.
Do you have beans for tea?
Wind. Yeah.
I blame Chris for my weather. Get me to install that Lua script.
Oh, the Noah weather one.
Yeah.
The wave fixer. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's killed the weather.
All right, there we go. So parking brake on. So Chris is down. He's over there. And then Sam is coming in over there. And look at Sam doing the whole proper approach and everything.
I had to. I've got, like I said, the wind is variable between 20 and 25 knots at 139. So runway 13 seemed like the better option. It's been pretty bumpy all the way.
It's been lovely and smooth for me.
It's been fine for me as well.
Well, I said the landing, that was a little bit bumpy, but I didn't catch on fire, I didn't lose my prop.
Well, two successful landings there, one on water as well.
Yeah. I know it is, it's still coming in too fast. That's the problem.
That took me a long time because I always thought I was going too slow. So I was coming in faster and then struggling to either stop or struggling to sort of not bounce. But it takes a bit of bravery for me to actually go so slow that I know I'm going to be able to stop. And that was actually quite a smooth landing. Considering you've got to land differently with this thing because of the way the wheels are.
Threshold, you want to hear the stall warning before you, literally about 5 feet, 10 feet before the wheels touch the floor, and then you've nailed it.
Yes, you want to be that slow.
I had the throttle right back and I had the flaps on full and it still seemed to be coming in too fast. Maybe I just didn't do it quick enough.
Yeah, just try and slow it down before you get to that point. I still don't use flaps. I just forget to put them down.
I know.
For chickens.
I always use the flaps.
So for takeoff, I don't use them. This thing sounds so nice on tickover. The rep version would be moaning at me now for fouling with spark plugs. Right, so in comes Sam.
I'm just now dropping to just below 60 as I touch down, which is just about the stall speed, and then it's good. Although it'll just mark me 10 points or something because this marking system shite on FSCloud.
So there we go. So Sam's down and taxiing. Chris is thinking we smell or something. He's parked all the way down the bottom there.
Chris is next to me.
Oh, is he? Not
Yeah,
according to me. I can see his name, but I can't see his plane.
Oh, right, yeah, his plane's right next to me.
Okay.
You smell. He's all right.
Right, I can go and shut this thing down. So let me go back inside again. So we can go lights off, and then there we go. Shut it all down. Shut it down. Shut it all down. And silence. And see, I use I got two SciTech panels that I use. One for the autopilot, and it's got flaps on it, which is brilliant. And then the switch panel, which is fantastic. So when I turn things on and off, you get the actual physical switch noise. And then inside, as I flick the switches, you get everything coming on and off. And got the site, which you've all got, I think, the SciTech throttle quadrant, which does the throttle. And again, even though I've got the Warthog throttle, I prefer the SciTech one. I may instigate for next time, actually, throttle / jelly baby cam. and put down in the bottom corner of the screen so you can see where the throttles are, and also try and get a view where I can get the autopilot panel in. So I might try and do that for next time. So down the bottom left hand corner you can have throttle cam, which will incorporate Jelly Baby cam, because I occasionally have a Jelly Baby where I fly and like to show the colour of the Jelly Baby. So that might be a thing next time. So there's Sam, he's joined us, although he's over there because apparently I do smell, because you're all parked over there now. So there we go, that is done. We have flown from down here, Marathon. We did a water landing and bobbed about a bit, and then flown up here to Fort Lauderdale Executive, where Steve-O One Canevo flies out of, the YouTuber that pretty much all of us, I think, apart from Kaos, follow. We haven't got him that.
I don't follow him. He doesn't fly proper planes. So
oh, of course, yeah, he flies the TBMs and stuff. Okay, that me and Chris follow then. He flies out of Fort Lauderdale. So next time, I think we'll head across, maybe if the other guys don't object, down to. I think it was following me. Go away. Down to South Bimini, maybe next time, and then a quick hop to, or maybe down to North Cat K first, because that could be interesting, because that's 1,100 feet. So that could be interesting. So North Cat K, and then maybe up to South Bimini before we head up to West End. So it could be a couple of interesting, because that's not a very long runway either, is it? It's 6,200. So yeah, an 1,100 foot runway to start next time at NYCC. And considering the last time we were due to land on, was it 900 feet that one last week?
I think it was 790 feet or something.
And I couldn't stop on it. And this has got water at either end. So what could possibly go wrong with that?
Is it worth bringing the float planes?
I don't know what the distance is. It's going to be a little bit of a trek across water to get to there. So I'm thinking, well, actually, point, would the caravan stop on that, Chris? Do you think?
Yeah, it's got traverses, no problem.
So I might bring the Cessna Caravan. What's the free option for Kaos? King Air, maybe?
Ooh.
Oh, I got 22 points for that landing. That's more like it.
Let me look into it.
Yeah, we'll look into it as to what plane we can use. So a bit of a trek across water, but an island landing. Could stream that again next Wednesday, because what could possibly go wrong with that? So there we go. We all made it this far. Yeah, different for me to stream on a Wednesday night. Quite enjoyed that. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you very much, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chaos.
No worries, thank you.
And thank you, Chris.
No, thank you.
And yes, back Sunday afternoon with some or maybe all of these reprobates to join us. We really need to start hounding a certain McBee to come fly with us, because I think he's done it once since we started doing these.
We need to get him in his twatter.
We need to get him in his twatter, exactly. And then we'll try and get a few more. I think the most we've had is, didn't we have 5 once at the very beginning? We had Kev as well.
Yeah, we had James as well, didn't we?
And James.
At one point.
So I think the most we've had is 5. So this is great having 4, but it'd be nice to get a few more of us flying, watch a few landings and stuff. So yeah, back Sunday afternoon with some more flight. Before then, though, back on Friday night with some possibly train sim, and then back Saturday night doing some Euro trucking, because we haven't done that for a few weeks. So a bit of ETS2 multiplayer on Saturday night, and then some more flight Sunday afternoon. So that's it. I'm going to end that there. Thanks everybody for your comments, follows, and whatever else you've done. And thank you guys for joining me on the flight. We'll catch you all again Sunday.